G'day, how you going? This is Michael from O'Donnell's Aussie Homestead. Look, in Australia, we're a little different to in the States and other countries. Everybody's different. Everybody has an idea on how to do things, and some ideas are good and some ideas are bad. But there's one thing I had some comments about is my cool bucket. Over here, that's very common. You know, like Trascavators were popular before in Australia, and now it's more bobcats and flat, we call them again, high tracks or whatever on the bobcats. Well, I still like the rubber tyres, a lot less thirsty. But going back to it, they have four-way buckets on them. Now what a four-way bucket is they tilt up and down like a normal bucket, like a, what they call a skid bucket. Or you get one of the four-way bucket is where it's up and down and open and close. You get some on excavators as well. Bobcats have them, tractors have them. They're a handy thing to have. And where I find them handy is if you're trying to tip something into a paddock and you don't want to go into inside my little fences I have around my fruit trees. I don't have to tip it over and maybe hit the plant. I just open it, drops directly down rather than spilling out forward. That's one good thing. But the other main thing I like about them is if you are ghost being a marama, just noticed it, they're often out in the paddocks because in Italy and that, they're out in the field looking after your sheep. The owner doesn't come out very often. When he doesn't come out very often, they have to resort to eating other food. And they'll eat pellets and even oh, bless you. Oh, even the pellets off the back of the goat, if you know what I mean. But anyway, back to it. The main thing I like about the bobcat four-way bucket is that when you want to pick something up and you're down to little dredges, most people with a normal bucket will have to slide in as much as they can into it, and then they will try and scoop it in with a shovel or something like that. Whereas what I can do is go over, open it up, if you can follow what I mean, open it like that, drop the bucket down the front, and I drag it and it goes back into the bucket. And then I just close it up, and I've got the whole, I can get just as good a load that way as the other way. And the ground is clean as a whistle. I don't think I showed it when I was doing my wood chip, but when I did the wood chip, I ended up tipping it on the ground and drag back blading it. You've got to be careful sometimes. You've got to just barely touch the ground so it doesn't pull up your grass and dirt. But anyway, I might do a little exercise with my bobcat now, and now that you have a little understanding of what I'm trying to achieve. Look, the first thing I'm going to do is, it's raining, I'm finishing off this vid from the other day. I'm going to drag out a material, drop it on the ground, and then I'm going to pick it up and show you the advantage of how you can back drag and grab and not have any rubbish in it, any problems with it. And the second thing I'm going to do is just show you how I can use it for doing fixing jobs. Hang on. Okay, so you're seeing what I did there. Did a few little pickups. Now I'll just finish off this job, and yeah, and we'll call. What I'm doing is we've got some fruit trees here. They kept getting eaten down, and they got really damaged by the weather. So I'm going to try and hopefully that'll fix it up. Okay, now it's been raining too much. I'm going to have to get out of this rain. That's why I've come into my shed. This is a look of my shed. Yeah, it's one of 5. This one is about 36 metres long. That's about 40 yards, about 120 feet. Width, from memory, is about 15 metres, which is about 20 yards, which is about 60 feet. There you go. Right, so now, distracted. So what I've got to do now is just run through what I've about the bobcat bucket. The bucket, you can buy them for about $1,000 Australian, about 700 American. You can buy a new one, that's the second-hand one, that's about 165 centimetres wide. I don't know what the conversion is. I think that's about 1 3/4. It's about 2 yards, about 6 feet. It's for a large machine, at least minimum would be a 773 in a bobcat. In the newer versions, it's at least a 185 or 205 to 220 is where it's best at machines. You can buy that new for about $2.5 grand Australian, which is about 1,600 American. That's a cheap version. A good one you pay about, I believe, about $4 grand, which is about 3,000, maybe a bit less. They're just, American. So they're pretty good. I really don't know. I know every time I've looked online, I've seen mainly skid buckets in America. But not to say you haven't got one of these, I just haven't seen it. All right. So, yeah. So if you like this video, please just smash that like button. You know, big smash it, a big thumb. Subscribe to this channel, and also ring the notification bell. And please share, because everybody likes a person who shares. At least I do.